Hey, what's up guys, Bearcat here, doing another exciting episode of Bearcat Reviews, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy Ultra Magnus figure. I gotta say guys, I'm very excited to get this figure in review for you guys, because he was one of the last ones I needed to complete like the new characters from the original movie wave, and he looked more screen accurate and film accurate than the Siege Netflix version of Ultra Magnus that I got. So I'm very excited to review this and show this to you guys. So taking a look at the packaging here, you can see Ultra Magnus in the window, and you can see it shows, like the other ones do, it shows robot mode, turning into car mode around here. It says Transformers Kingdom, War for Cybertron, Transformers, Hasbro, Takara Tomy, Ultra Magnus. On this side, it's a little poster of the Kingdom posters. On the back, you got some product images of Ultra Magnus there. On the side here, you see it says Leader Class in multiple languages, and it shows Ultra Magnus. And then there's not much else at the top or at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack open this figure. So here is Ultra Magnus in his vehicle mode outside the packaging. And I gotta say guys, this is a really cool figure. Definitely very reminiscent of the G1 look for Magnus. Does obviously reuse some parts from the original Magnus design, but it's very accurate to what I saw when watching the movies, the 1986 movie. So, but as you can see, it's very well done. It's a big trailer truck. You can see there's the back. Unfortunately, obviously, it won't let you turn like a trailer truck would, but to me, they did so well that that doesn't really bother me much. And as you can see, it does roll very well. But now we're going to do some size comparisons. So here he is next to the Walmart exclusive Netflix series Siege Ultra Magnus figure. So you can see how they scale together. And if you notice side by side, you can tell the Earthrise one is a little bit longer than the Siege one. So you can see how that scales together. Here he is next to the Siege Springer figure. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to the Studio Series Cup figure. The Studio Series Blur figure. The Earthrise RC figure. The Studio Series Scourge figure. And the Kingdom Cyclonus figure. So you can see how they all scale together. And then for your basic 6-inch scale comparison, here he is next to the Studio Series Hot Rod figure, the Toy Fair Deluxe exclusive Snake Eyes figure, and the Star Wars Clone Wars Black Series Captain Rex figure. So you can see how they all scale together. So now we're going to transform them, and it's a very simple, well, not simple, but it's not very complicated of a transformation. So first you want to remove his little missile pods here. And take those off. Then the next part is you want to grab here on the blue flap here. Let me turn my light for you guys. Here we go. So you can see here, I'm going to grab from here, and you want to pull it this way so that untabs. Well, first actually grab here at the red and pull this up like that. Then you can grab here and you can pull in on the hinge, and it unhooks it from here and from here. These tab holes that hold it in. Then you can fold it up like that. Do the same on the other side. We'll set that down. We'll actually do this first, so you can see his first is, because he has two forms. He has the white Optimus mode look for Magnus, and then he has the fully armored Ultra Magnus mode. So I'm going to show you this version first. So then you just pull this off. So now for this part, you just transform it. You just unhook his legs from each other, fold them down, flip out these heels from his feet. You want to grab here at the arms and pull them around to this way. But before you hook them in, first you want to push in a little bit here and rotate this around. So that way you can pull this down. Whoop. Actually pull this out first, my bad. Then pull this down. You can pull out the head and fold that back up. Then you click the arms in place and rotate his hands down. And the next thing you want to do is you want to come back here to the front, push this up, and then push this back till it clicks in there. And then you can attach give him his rifle accessory. And now you have Ultra Magnus in his robot mode without the armor. As you can see, this is a pretty decent figure. And as far as for height, he stands fairly tall. He's just about under 7 inches tall. And for a quick size comparison for this form, I'll do these, and then we'll get his fully armor mode to do the posability and the more in-depth size comparison. But first, to show you guys this one, you can see how tall he is compared to the Black Series Captain Rex figure. You can see how tall he is without the armor. So now we're going to add on his armor. So for that, you're going to want to take off his rifle. You fold in the heels here. You pull out his chest, so you can open up his shoulders here, so you can pull down the front here, fold his head back in, put that up, clip the arms back on, make sure this slides back down, and then push this back. And then you want to grab here his waist joint, you pull this down, rotate it around, push it back in, and that's all set up for once you get the armor pieces. So now, as part of his armor, is these pieces here that become the shoulder pads. So here, you just untab them from each other like that. And then you can slide these onto his shoulders. Like so. And then you see this tabs into this hole here. So you just fold it up and it tabs right in. Like that. So now there's the shoulder pads. So now you want to get this all set up with the rest of this. So the next part is, you see these are hooked on here and in here. So now it's a little hard on mine, a little tough, but you untab it like that on both sides. And you pull apart his legs. Pull this out. Then to finish forming these little leg covers, you want to take these pieces that are folded and they just fold in on themselves like that. Then you flip it around and then these tab into these portholes here, like so. There you go. And then you bring them up here. And you see there's holes here that tab into these. There. So then you just slip it on. That's the first foot. And for the other foot, it's the exact same thing. You fold it in, clip it together, slide it on. And there's the second foot. Now for the last part, you want to pull these up. And then you can pull these blue pieces out here. And you open them up like that. And you can see there's a little peg hole here. You go around the arm, you can, or a little peg here, excuse me, underneath the peg hole. You see a little peg hole in his arm here, so that helps you know which one goes where. And you just peg it in and fold it in, clicks together. You want to do that on both arms. And then there's his gauntlets. So now you take what's left here, and this forms the chest and back and head. So you take this piece and you fold it inward like that. You take this and you fold it up like that, and then you just set these down, and these tabs here and here, and there's a few here on the back here, will tab in here, here, and clip in onto this bar. So once you get it all lined up, there you go. Now you just need to give him his weapons and his shoulder rockets. Once you add those onto him, you have Ultra Magnus in his robot mode. As you guys can see, he looks really cool. He's definitely very screen accurate to the classic G1 movie and TV series. Definitely loving this guy, especially to put him with all my movie characters. Now I got all the movie versions of the Autobots that came out. So all I need left is that Galvatron, and I got all of them together. But anyways, guys, for his accessories, as you can see, he just, like we showed earlier, he just comes with this rifle. It's the same rifle as the other one came with, but it's a silver paint job. And then he comes with these newer missile launchers, which I'm liking the looks of these a lot more than these ones. These I like a lot more. They look so much better to me, just as far as accuracy. But anyways, yeah, and you can see here, like, he's got the bigger lenses for eyeballs. He's got bigger eyeballs on this guy, and it's just so good. It's just so accurate. But anyways, guys, and as far as accessories, like I said, is the missiles, and then he does come with the card, like all the other ones do. And so this one is just Autobot Arc, and then when you peel this off, it shows the Decepticon logo. And it shows the Arc crashing. So that's what card he comes with, since they all come with a card. That's what all the Kingdom figures are. They come with the cards. But anyways, so there's that. So now we'll get into the posability for this figure. It's pretty basic for the character, but it's what I mean, you can't ask for really much more with how huge this guy is. So for his head, he can look up that far and down that far, and it wobbles a little bit and rotates 360. His arms move out that far. His arms rotate 360. He's got a bicep swivel, single joint elbow that bends 90 degrees. He's got wrist swivel. He's got waist swivel. Kicks forward that far. Back, not much at all. He's got a single jointed knee that bends 90 degrees. Thigh swivel. Waist has a spread that spreads that far. And then he does have ankle pivot. And that's really it for Ultra Magnus's posability, which I gotta admit, I'm very happy with the amount of posability they gave, because they gave him a lot of posability, more than I thought they'd give for such a big figure. The only disappointing thing I think is that he can't stand up straight, but neither could the other Magnus, because of how the angles are permanently at that little angle there. But that doesn't bug me really much. I still love this figure. But anyways, guys, so that's the posability for this figure, and now we'll get them all set up so you guys can see some size comparisons. So here is Ultra Magnus, and he is standing at just under 8 inches tall. And for your size comparisons, here he is next to the Siege Ultra Magnus Netflix Walmart exclusive figure. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to the Studio Series Cup figure. So you see how they scale together. Here he is next to the Studio Series RC figure. So you can see how they scale together. Earthrise RC figure, I'm sorry, it's the wrong thing. Here he is next to the Studio Series Blur figure. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to the Studio Series Scourge figure. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to the Siege Springer figure. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to the Kingdom Cyclonus figure. So you can see how they scale together. And for your basic 6-inch scale comparison, here he is next to the Studio Series Hot Rod figure. The Toy Fair exclusive deluxe Snake Eyes figure. And the Star Wars Black Series Captain Rex figure. So you can see how they all scale together. And here is Ultra Magnus in a sweet action pose. And I gotta say, guys, this is an amazing figure. I highly recommend getting this figure if you are a fan of Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy line, or if you are a fan of the Transformers G1 figures. I do recommend this, especially if you're a fan of the 1986 movie. He definitely goes well with all the Studio Series ones they've done so far, and so I would highly recommend getting him for those if you're collecting those lines. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys again for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's something you want to see reviewed, and I'll try and get it reviewed for you guys. And yeah, that's it for today's episode. And I got two more special episodes for you guys coming out. One of them is very special because it's one I'm excited for, and especially because of what it relates to. But I'm not going to tell you guys because I want you guys to be excited for it when it comes out too. So anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the next exciting episode of Bearcat Reviews.